Hello from Seoul. Are you sick and tired of eating the same baked potatoes, but you have tons of potatoes to use? If that's your story, you came to the right place. Today, I'm gonna show you 4 new ways to enjoy potatoes. And after watching this video, I'm pretty sure there'll be no more potatoes in your pantry, town, and even your country. Alright, are you guys ready? Let's get started. The first one is Gamjachae, potato pancake. Normally, a Korean-style potato pancake is made with some potato puree, but today, let's make something different, something crispy and delicious. Because it's so delicious, I bet Claire is gonna ask for a beer. For this, you will need potatoes and Korean pancake mix. You don't have this? Don't worry about it. You can still make it delicious with regular flour. So as always, just use what you have in your kitchen. That's the best. First, peel the potatoes and cut them into thin matchsticks. If you're not confident with your knife skills, you can use a julienne peeler. It's not only gonna speed up the process, it's gonna help them cook more evenly, which means you don't have to worry about serving undercooked pancakes. Once that's done, soak them in cold water for about 5 to 10 minutes. This is gonna remove the excess starch and give it a nice golden brown crispy texture that you're looking for, so please do not skip this step. While they're having a great vacation in the swimming pool, let's make a dipping sauce. In a small bowl, add 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 1 tablespoon of vinegar, 1 teaspoon of Korean chili pepper flakes, 1 teaspoon of toasted sesame seeds, and mix it all together. You don't have these? Don't worry about it. They're totally optional. They're just gonna add some extra flavor, so only soy sauce and vinegar still gonna be good. Now, in a large mixing bowl, add the drained potatoes and combine with 5 tablespoons of Korean pancake mix, a generous pinch of salt and pepper. That's it. Alright, our potato mixture is ready to go. Let's add a good amount of oil into a pan and heat it over medium heat. Once it gets nice and hot, add your potato mixture and using a spatula, shape it into a round shape. Actually, the size or shape doesn't really matter. If you want to go bigger, you can put more mixture just like any other Korean style pancakes. So just follow your heart. Maybe they could be more delicious. As soon as the bottom turns golden brown, flip and cook until beautiful golden brown. When both sides are done, put them on a plate with a paper towel and get rid of the excess oil. Now all we have left is transfer it to a serving plate and serve it with the dipping sauce. You wanna know how it tastes? Alright, let's call our taste tester. Claire?
I love anything with potatoes, so I'm super excited. Let's give it a try. 딱 봐도 그냥 엄청 바삭바삭할 것 같다. Look at this. Beautiful golden brown. Dip it in the sauce. Ready? 맛있어. 해시 브라운, 프렌치 프라이즈. 완전 그 맛이네. 이 간장 소스 때문에 해시 브라운이랑은 또 확실히 다른 느낌인 것 같아. 그 간장에서 오는 그 풍미랑 식초가 신의 한 수네. 맛을 샥 끌어주면서 약간의 그 느끼할 수 있는 부분을 확 잘 잡아줘. 너무 맛있다. The potato is perfectly cooked. Crispy on the outside, soft and tender on the inside. Super delicious, super flavorful. 너무 맛있다.
The next one is potato corndog. But it's not just corndog with some chunks of potato. We're actually gonna make corndogs with potato batter. What? Sounds too complicated? Who do you think I am? It's way easier than it sounds. So go get your apron. For this, you will need Yukon Gold potatoes, hot dogs, mozzarella cheese, eggs, and some panko breadcrumbs. Not that many ingredients, right? First, let's start off with the batter. Obviously, for this batter, we need to cook our potatoes first, and I recommend using a steamer or a microwave. because if you just boil them in water, it can be too wet for the batter. Once they're cooked through, put them in a mixing bowl and mash it with a spoon, a fork, or whatever works for you. And then add half a teaspoon of salt, a few shakes of black pepper, and stir everything to combine. And then take 2 hot dogs and cut them in half. Once that's done, grab a nice block of mozzarella and cut it into the same size of your hot dogs. After that, just simply skewer the hot dogs and cheese blocks. Yes, that's right, we're not just making the regular corn dogs, we're making the ultra famous Korean cheese dogs. Alright, it's time to dress up our hot dogs. Grab a third of the batter and spread it out. Now all you gotta do is place your skewer onto the batter and roll it. That's it, pretty easy, right? But make sure to completely cover it with the batter, otherwise the cheese is gonna leak out and that can be a disaster of the year. Now let's take out 3 baking trays and fill them with some flour, eggs, and some panko breadcrumbs. And then coat it with flour, eggs, and panko. Again, make sure to coat them thoroughly, otherwise something terrible will happen in the pan. And that's not my responsibility. Alright, let's get cooking. Add 1.5 cups of oil into a pan and heat that to 160 degrees Celsius or 320 degrees Fahrenheit. Since everything is cooked already, you don't have to deep fry it this time. Just shallow frying would be enough. Good news, right? Once it reaches the temperature, carefully add in your corn dogs and fry for about 4 to 5 minutes or until they are beautiful golden brown. For information, if the temperature is too high, the outside will brown super quickly, but the cheese inside will be still hard as a brick. So please let it cook slowly at low temperature. Once you've got good color, remove them from the oil and drain on a wire rack. Now all you gotta do is serve with some ketchup, mustard, or sugar, depending on your preference. Alright, let's call our taste tester. Claire?
It's been a while since I had the last corndog. I missed you. 맛있겠다. 빨리 먹어보자. Let's drizzle some ketchup. Did I mess it up? 가자. Look at the cheese. 꽤 무거운걸? It's heavy. Ready? 맛있네. 콘도그라기보다는 약간 감자 크로켓 맛에 가깝고 치즈랑 감자 있는 부분은 엄청 퐁신퐁신 부드러운 느낌이고 겉에 있는 빵가루가 역시 묘미네. 먹는 재미가 있네. 입에서 바삭바삭 터지는 그런 느낌이 재미있다. 좋아. 나쁘지 않아? 오, 여기 밑에 소시지 있어. 소시지를 통통한 녀석을 썼더니 육즙이 팡팡 터지면서 재밌네. 맛있다. 짭조름함이 추가돼서 훨씬 더 맛있는 것 같아. 근데 보통 콘도그에 비하면 이쁘게 먹는 건 힘들 것 같다. 집에서 몰래 혼자 먹어야 될 것 같아. Especially not on your first date.
This time, let's make kimchi cheese fries. It's gonna be the perfect drinking food, so make sure to check if you have enough beer in your fridge. Otherwise, that's gonna be torture. For this, you will need potato, ground beef, some chopped kimchi, red onion, and cilantro. By any chance, if you're not a big fan of cilantro, you can use green onion instead. Because when I worked on this recipe, that was the hardest thing for me to decide. So, it's your call. First, finely dice a quarter of an onion. Next, to a bowl, add 120 grams of ground beef, 1 tablespoon of soy sauce, half a tablespoon of sugar, half a tablespoon of mirin, half a tablespoon of oyster sauce, half a tablespoon of minced garlic, 1 teaspoon of toasted sesame oil, a few shakes of black pepper, and give it a good mix. That's right, we're making bulgogi, and trust me, if you add this to your kimchi fries, that's gonna taste like heaven. Alright, we're set. Let's get cooking. Add half a tablespoon of oil to a pan and heat it over medium-high heat. Once the pan is heated, add the ground beef and saute for 2 to 3 minutes. Here, what's really important is that we should keep stirring it so that most of the liquid can evaporate. Otherwise, you're gonna end up with some potato porridge, not kimchi fries. Once that's done, set it aside. Now to another pan, add half a tablespoon of oil and place it over medium heat. Add 1 cup of chopped kimchi, 3 tablespoons of kimchi juice, and let it cook for about 4 minutes or until the kimchi is wilted down. This time, let's move on to the French fries. I really wanted to make it from scratch, but Korean potatoes are not suitable for making French fries. So I'm gonna be using store-bought one and cook with an air fryer. Trust me, it's not because that's kind of a hassle. Seriously, it's not just suitable for making French fries. Alright, let's transfer it to a serving plate. And on top of that, add our bulgogi, some chopped onion, and some kimchi. And then sprinkle your favorite cheese on top. I think manchego works great in this recipe, but Claire ate them all, so I'll just go for some shredded cheese. And depending on your preference, drizzle on some sour cream, nacho cheese sauce, and some sriracha. Last but not least, let's finish it off with some cilantro or green onion. How does it look? You want some beer already, right? Alright, let's go to our taste tester. Claire?
우! 색깔 알록달록 너무 예쁘다. And smells awesome. 어머 냄새. 진짜 좋다. Let's mix it. 와우. 이렇게 잔뜩 많이 넣네. So many goodness. Cheers. 와우. 너무 잘 어울려. 와우. 이건 감자가 주인공이라고 할 수는 없겠다. 속에 일단 김치가 진짜 김치가 메인 주인공처럼 너무 이렇게 딱 이렇게 뭔가 맛을 엄청 잘 끌어줘. 그리고 그 중간중간에 있는 고기랑 고수가 같이 곁들여지면서 되게 잘 어울린다? 뭐 하나가 튄다기보다 너무 잘 어울리는데? 나도 고수를 엄청 좋아하는 사람은 아니지만 그래도 고수를 좀 넣긴 넣어야겠다. 약간 상쾌한 그런 느낌을 주는걸? 내가 매운 음식 잘 못 먹는 사람이다? 그러면 스리라차 정도는 빼도 괜찮을 것 같아. 김치가 충분히 매콤해서 그냥 없어도 충분히 자연스러울 것 같아. 여기 내가 지금 무슨 생각하는지 알지? Bring some!
Since we had a little taste of Korea, I think you just want to go to Korea, right? That's why I brought this Korean style potato stew. For this, you will need potatoes, pork, onion, green onion, zucchini, chili pepper, and some tofu. First, take 2 Yukon Gold potatoes and cut them into nice bite-sized pieces. The cooking time totally depends on the potato. So you're in a hurry because you have a big date tonight? Cut them into small bite-sized pieces. No problem at all. And the same thing goes for the onion. I'm gonna be using half of the onion. And then just roughly chop some green onions. As always, more green onion, more delicious. So be super generous with this. And once that's done, cut some zucchini and tofu into cubes. Lastly, thinly slice 1 green chili. Now the veggies are done. Let's talk about the meat. Today, I've got some pork belly, but you could also use pork leg or pork shoulder, or even the beef or chicken works great. But just make sure it's a nice fatty cut because that's gonna add loads of flavor. Finally, let's make our seasoning paste. In a small container, add 2 tablespoons of Korean chili paste, 1 tablespoon of Korean soybean paste, 2 tablespoons of soy sauce, 2 tablespoons of Korean chili pepper flakes, 1 tablespoon of minced garlic, half a teaspoon of sugar, 1 tablespoon of dashida, some black pepper, and give it a good mix. That's it. So simple, right? Alright, let's get cooking. In a wok or pot, add 1 tablespoon of oil and heat it over medium-high heat. Once it gets nice and hot, add the chopped green onions and saute for 1 minute. And then once you can smell the amazing aroma from the green onion, add the pork and cook until light golden brown, about 3 to 4 minutes. Yes, that beautiful fat from the pork will make it more flavorful. Now add our potatoes and the seasoning paste and stir fry over medium heat for about 3 minutes. Once you can see a little bit of chili oil here and there, add 5 cups of water and onion. And cover the lid and bring it to a boil over medium-high heat. After 10 minutes, take the lid off and let it continue to boil for about 3 minutes or until the potatoes are cooked through. Once the potatoes are soft and fluffy, add the rest of the ingredients, zucchini, tofu, and chili pepper, and give it about another 7 minutes. Here, I know you'll be tempted to eat this, but just like any other soups or stews, the longer you boil, the better it will taste. So please hang in there. We're almost there. Alright, looks like it's done. Let's transfer it to a serving bowl. Of course Claire can't finish them all, but since it's a lot of stew, I'm gonna serve half of the stew with a bowl of hot rice. Alright, let's call Claire. Claire?
먹어봅시다. I gotta mix it. Woohoo. So many good stuff. 고기를 많이 넣어야지. 토fu and zucchini. 와, 이거지. 오늘 계속 좀 느끼한 음식들 위주로 좀 먹었잖아. 역시 마무리는 이런 칼칼한 스튜로 샥 정리를 해줘야 되는 것 같아. 속이 샥 풀리네 그냥. 짜글이는 또 밥에 비벼 먹는 게 묘미니까. Let's try. 이게 좀 보기엔 메시해 보일지 몰라도 한 입에 싹 넣는 순간 It's gonna taste like heaven. Trust me. 갑시다! Cheers! 이 맛이지. 너무 맛있다. 다른 반찬이 없어도 밥 한 공기만 있으면 그냥 한 식사가 그냥 완벽하게 되는 것 같아. 그게 너무 좋은 장점인 것 같아. 너무 맛있어. 만족스럽다. 이게 예쁘진 않지만 이게 좀 한국 감성이야. Korean vibe.
Today, I showed you 4 amazing dishes that you can try with potatoes. How was it? They're amazing, right? It's time to say goodbye to that same old baked potato. What? Not enough? You need more recipes? Then check out our previous potato video. If you watched that too, I'm pretty sure you can't find any potatoes in your pantry. Alright, this is it for today, and I'll see you next time.